Welcome back to our next episode of my channel, peeps. Do pray Fox Talk. Today's topic is you don't have to remember, just write it down. Yes, I said it. You don't have to remember, just write it down. You see, this is very important for this topic right here. You see my little book here? All the topics I speak about on this channel, I jot down in this book. So when I'm ready, I just look in this book before I start do my recordings. You see? You don't have to try to remember stuff. You just write it down and you can go about your time and do something else. When you're ready for that specific thing that you have written down, you just go back in your book or wherever you have written it down and just look at it and you know what you want to do. If you don't write it down, some of the time you will remember, some of the time you won't. Don't try to boost your brain and try to think about what I think about again on that day, or maybe I was doing something I don't remember, and all these stuff. Don't do that. Write it down and you can go about your time. You don't have to remember nothing about that. You see, the moment you see it, you will remember everything you want to do. Everything will come back. Because when you write it down, it's like you've written down a memory. And once you see it, everything that you have thought about at the time that you have written it down, it will come back to you. So do not try to burst your brain to try to remember stuff. Write it down. Even if your memory is good, still write it down. So that's a good practice. Still write it down even if your memory is good. Write it down so you don't have to force to remember stuff. So if you're trying to force to remember stuff, you can focus on more stuff than you're trying to keep all this in your brain, and more information is coming to you every day, and some of the time it pushed to the back and you forget it, even if you got good memory. Still write it down so you won't forget it. You won't forget it, babes. You will not forget it. So like I said, this is what I do for every topic on this channel. This is what I do for my book. This is what I do for my book. See it there? It's kind of rough writing. Some of the things aren't spelled properly and all this stuff. But once I see it, I know what it is. When a thought comes to me, I just jot it down. Even if some of the words are not spelled correctly. Once I read the first two sentences or the first two words, I know what the entire sentence is saying. Yeah. So peeps, just follow that little bit of advice. Write down stuff. Do not try to remember. Do not try to remember. Just write it down. When you have written it down, it becomes real. It's something you can go back and look at. It becomes real when you have written it down. Yes, peeps. Yes, peeps. Think I said enough on this one, just to let you know how you can always remember stuff. This is just the next one to show you how you can always remember stuff by just write it down. Write it down so you can come back to it at a later date. Yes, peeps, I think I said enough on this one. I think I've said enough on this one. So like I always end my videos, keep your family safe in this crazy and confusing time that we're living in. And out until the next one, peeps. See you real soon. Bye.